again. Yes, we are. You have to understand something. I've done this for so long, I know how to manipulate these nerds to an extreme level. Literally just doing stuff like this. They think you're on drugs. Like, they are so fucking dumb. If there's one thing I must stress to you, is that these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So when you hear about these bigger YouTubers and how they're on drugs, they're doing this, they're doing that, just know that these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I used to think all these guys were on drugs until I started having people say it to me. And I'm like, well, I've never even done any of these crazy ass drugs that everyone accuses me of being on. And then I see it. There was a YouTuber a while back they were saying was on drugs. And they always show clips of the guy. Like, oh, he scratched his nose or he does it. It's like, dude, you're overanalyzing simple movements and attributing them to drug usage. It's crazy. So just know that. If there's one thing that you can take away from my stream that is 100% true, it's that these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Take everything you hear about other people on the internet with a grain of salt. Because I'm telling you, if you want to gain my perspective on this, start a channel, get a little bit of a following, and watch. Watch how people hyperanalyze all your videos, all your movements and shit. It's a strange thing. Very strange thing. Ooh. See, if you act a little crazy, if you put a little energy into things, they think you're on drugs. Because these people have no energy. They have nothing. They are the most boring fucking losers on the planet. And so when they encounter a motherfucker like me with natural energy, they don't know what the fuck to think of it. Boggles their fucking mind. I don't even drink coffee. I don't even drink fucking coffee. Imagine me coffeeed up. Imagine if I started drinking coffee. I think I will when I get older. Coffee to me feels like an old people's drink or something. Always has when I was growing up. You know, old people drink coffee. Never gonna try Coke, though. I have no desire to try that. Especially nowadays, where they're putting fentanyl in it and shit. You hear about these people ODing on fentanyl, and all they were trying to do was do some Coke. So I never had any desire to try it because I always heard it gave people heart attacks. Why would you want to? Why risk it, man? I like living. So why take a risk on ODing on some drugs? Here's another thing about taking drugs. If you like that drug, if you're into it and you enjoy taking it, guess what? You're going to get hooked on it. That's the risk of trying Coke or meth or any of these things. That's why I'll never try it. Because you can't have a taste for something you've never tried. You know, you can't get hooked on something you never tried it once. And you know it's bad, right? The verdict's in on meth and Coke. We know it's bad as fuck for people. So why would you try it at all? I just never understood that. I remember when I was in middle school, they brought fucking the cops in and showed us all the pictures of the meth heads and all that. And I was just like, why would anybody want to get like that? Why would anybody want sores all over your face and shit? Why would you want that? Do you think I'm dumb as fuck? I mean, really. I'm a 37-year-old man who's been on the internet since I was like 11. And you think I'm going to fall for that? Fucking retard. Put him in a timeout. Take 30 minutes and think about how retarded you are. I mean, what in the world? Dicks in my ass. What a name. Happy birthday, Dicks in my ass. Happy birthday, Dicks in my ass. Where's Junie at? I was enjoying listening to him defend his daddy. I wonder what's with all the new people popping in. It's weird. They must have changed something on YouTube. A lot of new people been popping in. See, that's what you do, and that makes people think you're on drugs, you see. See, I think it's funny. I lean into it because it's so fucking funny when people just spend all this time on these theories about strangers they don't even fucking know. That amuses me. People sit around and in private DM messages and make up theories about me like I'm fucking a celebrity or something. It's kind of cool if you think about it. Because, you know, they do that. You know, you understand people do that with Kanye and all these celebrities. And people do it to me, too. Very strange. Because I'm a nobody. Who gives a fuck, right? Why would you waste time making up fake things about some fucking irrelevant nerd? I'll never understand. Like, I can understand making up shit about famous people. Maybe you'll get some money or something. Maybe you get some fame off of it or something. But who the fuck am I? Very strange. Very strange. See that? That's all you gotta do. These nerds are mindfuck beyond belief. They are mindfuck beyond belief. I'll piss in a cup right now. Pass a drug test with. Well, I'd definitely have THC on that bitch. That'd be on there. None of that other bullshit though. Piss right in that cup. I wish I was famous enough to where people. That's what I'm gonna do. Like if I ever get like a video or something I make blows up and I get a bunch of followers, and then people are gonna speculate that I'm on drugs, right? Like they always do. And then I'm gonna ride with that shit, and I'm gonna keep riding it and riding it and riding it till eventually, like I'll keep denying it, and I'll get really mad and defensive about it when people bring it up. This is all a manipulation tactic. So I'm trying. Listen to what I'm saying. I'll teach you something how to fucking manipulate people and fuck with their brains. So do all this crazy shit, make people think you're on drugs. Do it to the point, and then keep denying, keep denying, keep denying. You got to be famous to do this. Doesn't work if you're not famous, but you got to keep denying, get real defensive, get all mad to the point where eventually some dumb fuck idiot who has millions of followers and a lot of money and has a podcast, he brings you on and he literally pays you. He's like, I will pay you 10 grand to take a drug test. And that's when you go, fine, I'll do it. Fine. Because you know you're going to pass it. That's my long-term goal. I also want to fake my death. One day I just want to fake my death, and all of you will think I'm dead, and then I'll just vanish and then come back like 2 years later. Wouldn't that be sick? Wouldn't it be sick to think I was dead? And then 2 years go by and I'll pop back up. Like you was convinced I was dead. And then I'll pop back up out of fucking nowhere. God, don't that sound fun? Faking your death sound fun as hell. Kind of can't do it unless you're famous, though. Like these things, they sound very fun to do, but you have to be famous to do them. I used to not want to be famous, or I used to want to be, and then I realized how it's a disaster, and now I kind of just, there's a lot of fun to be had as well. There's a lot of fun to be had. I think if you're going to be famous, you have to not give a fuck at all. That's the key to fame. You have to not care. Fuck everything. Who gives a fuck what people say? What's it matter? I'm rich. And if you have that mindset about it, I think you can survive. But I don't think many people have that mindset about it. And then there's people commenting all day, typing away about you. They're doing videos about you. There's the TV, people on TV's talking about you. It's in. Look at that. Look at Kanye. Look at Kanye. Look at all these celebrities. Look at what they have to go through. Constant bullshit. That's the price. That's the sacrifice for having a shit ton of money and constant attention. Because that's the trade-off. You're getting constant attention. You got a lot of hate, but you also have a lot of, like, you could go into a restaurant and they'll probably give you free food, right? But you don't need the free food because you're rich. It's very strange. It's very strange. You become rich and famous, and people start giving you free shit. That's a weird fucking thing. Because you can afford shit, now you don't really need to. Everybody's just giving you shit for free. Do you think Wings Redemption does ecstasy? And if he did, would you watch? Where's that coming from? Why? Let me ask you this. Why would I ever believe Wings does ecstasy? Like, what evidence is there to lead me down that path? Why would I think that? Why would I ever think something like that? I know he does Lexapro because he told us he does it. Other than that, I mean, I don't speculate that he's on any other drugs because I have no evidence of it. I'm not one of these people that goes around saying this guy's on drugs or this, because I don't fucking know, man. I mean, some people look pretty fucked up. Like, Only Use Me Blade is clearly abusing some type of substance. When you see him, something is wrong. But y'all say everybody, y'all think I'm on drugs. Hell, what drug? Weed? Weed don't give you energy. Kind of does me, though, but certain kinds of weed, but usually it puts motherfuckers to sleep. It'll wake me up. I'll be talking for fucking days. I don't even have no weed. I ain't had weed for days. I've been out. I'm poor. But I don't think so. I don't know. I have no evidence that Wings is on ecstasy. Has he said something? Is there some type of video out there or something? Some weird shit that y'all saw that makes y'all think he's on ecstasy? I don't know. Once again, though, y'all think everyone's on drugs, but they're not. I'm telling you. I've never done cocaine. I've never done meth. So if you think I have, I'm telling you right now, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if you're saying other YouTubers are on drugs too, you're probably wrong about that too. Of course, a lot of these motherfuckers are taking Adderall and shit. I was on Adderall when I was a kid for a little bit, and I hated it. I fucking hated it. I don't like to be drugged up. I like smoke a blunt, but I don't like to be, those pills. I'm not a fan of the feeling of the pills. You feel so bleh, I like to be in control of myself. Like, I don't like to get fucking blackout drunk either. I like to be in control. I like to know what the fuck's going on. I like to be aware of my surroundings. And I can't believe anyone. If you're doing cocaine these days, I don't know if they're putting fentanyl in meth. You'll have to let me know about that. But I know they're putting it in cocaine because I hear people ODing on it all the time. So you out of your fucking mind if you're doing fucking cocaine right now. You're out of your fucking mind. They are lacing it with fentanyl. We hear the stories on the news all the time. That dude from The Wire. Remember the dude from The Wire? He fucking died because he was doing cocaine and it had fentanyl in it. Now, cocaine is bad for you, but people can do it and it doesn't kill them right away, right? But if it's got fentanyl in it, you're done. Fortnite, I have V-Bucks for the Battle Pass. I'm not getting on nothing. I'm about to take a nap. I've been up all night. I was been streaming all night. I took my ass to McDonald's, had some breakfast, and now I'm on here till I get tired enough to go to sleep. Have I been back to that haunted house? No. I really can't go in it. Other people live there. I could be outside of it. I could pass by. It ain't that far away from where I live now. That house is creepy, like I hated being in that house by myself. I dreaded being in there alone. I'm in this house alone right now. And I don't feel that way at all. I don't have the sense of dread. I don't have a sense like I'm being watched or something, like somebody's, going to come around the corner and shit. I used to walk around that house and think I was going to walk by the hallway and look down the hallway and there'd be somebody standing in the doorway. You just have that. That's just the type of feeling you had in that house. There's always that feeling in that house. Like I'm going to walk by and I'm going to look over to the right. Down the hallway will be some dude standing there. So now, my girl told me the other day that she was in the kitchen. She comes running in here like, was you just in the kitchen fucking with me? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? She talking about something. She heard somebody whisper in her ear or something. I don't think this house is haunted. Now, my grandmother died in this house at 100 years old. She died in this house back in 2020. Not of COVID. Actually, I think she died 2019, actually. But she died literally in the next room over that way. Seen her dead body and everything. I've seen a dead body before they take it to the funeral home. That'll scar you for life. Yeah, I don't really pass by that house, but if I go to the gym today, when I wake up later, I usually take the back way to the gym so I can take the sidewalks, and it's a slight detour. I can go by, look at it. I don't know what you're going to see. It's just a fucking house. Maybe I'll see my old neighbor. I used to fucking talk to him. I just say hey to him every day. But man, yeah, like I've been in this house for years and I've never had nothing happen and I've never felt nothing. And I used to sleep in the basement by myself all the time, so it don't get no creepier than the basement. And I've never had anything happen in this house, so it's weird. She was like, oh, somebody whispered in my ear. I'm like, no, I don't know about that. Maybe you thought you heard something. I don't know. I'm tripping. And the old channel got deleted. I'm going to get more active on this one, but you know they're just going to end up banning it anyway. Follow me on Twitter. I'm telling you. Follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Rumble too, but Twitter, I'm telling you. If we get banned off YouTube again, we'll just do Twitter. You can upload videos on Twitter. You can stream. They got the spaces. Everything you need. Elon's kind of fucked Twitter up, though. Like, he's made a lot of changes that I like. Like, Elon's coming for Discord's fucking throat, bro. I use Discord every day, and I use Twitter every day. And I'm telling you, Twitter has all the features of Discord now. You can do a voice call or a video call in the DM. You can do a Twitter space, which is just a Discord voice chat. And you can do video in the space now and everything. They have, I'm not saying Discord's going to fail. I'm just saying Elon's got all the Discord features built in now. They got this thing called communities now, which is it's basically a Discord server. And I like it too, because it's like all the features of Discord, and then you got the features of Twitter too. It's nice. If I get banned, this channel will probably get banned eventually. You know some nerd will get sensitive. And I am going to start making a Patreon stuff. I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do. I've been thinking about it. If I did something on Patreon, I don't know what it would be. It'd probably just be one podcast a week on Patreon. Like everybody else fucking does. $5 a month. You get one a week. You get one free one. And you get one paid one. You pay $5 a month. That's what Tim Dillon does. I pay him $5 a month. And if I can afford it, shit. Who can't? I think people want more like videos though. I don't think they want a long ass hour-long podcast. If I did do an hour-long podcast, it would be, I would have topics, and I would it would be like just a bunch of videos, but just smashed together, basically. Movie reviews. I mean, I've been doing them, just not on YouTube because I've been banned. I had this channel just so I could, well, this is an old channel I made, and it has like 800 subs. And I was using it just to watch YouTube videos and shit. I wasn't even going to stream on it, but then I said, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'd get banned off TikTok immediately. I already know that. I'm not using TikTok out of principle. That's a Chinese spyware app, bro. Them motherfucking Chinese motherfucking government owns that fucking TikTok. And all the stuff I know about TikTok is horrible. It is horrible. Like, the shit they promote to children on there is fucked. It's fucked. You think YouTube is bad? Nah. YouTube Kids ain't as bad as TikTok. And I know I'd get banned immediately. And by the way, I'm already on TikTok. People upload my videos there already. Type my name into TikTok. Guarantee I come up. Guarantee my face comes up on TikTok if you type my name in. And I've never had a TikTok account. You have to understand, I'm at a level of fame. And I'm not famous, but I am at a level of fame where I am on every platform. People upload my shit everywhere. And if I got consistent and just made videos all day, it would just be everywhere. Because people would just upload it everywhere. I don't have to be on these platforms. I'll be there anyway. It's not like I'm going to get paid anyway. I only get paid by the viewers. The viewers pay me. They send me money. These fucking companies don't pay me nothing. So what do I care? Upload my shit. I don't give a fuck. If you make a bunch of money off of it, cut me in. How about cutting me in, the guy that made it? But upload it all over to TikTok. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to say ban it or some shit. And if you make a bunch of money, fuck, keep it. Just send me a 20 or something. If you hear me on here going, goddamn, I'm starving, send a 20. It's the least you could do. But you ain't going to make no money off my content. You ain't going to demonetize anything with me on it. See, I'll just get my channel going. You have to understand. I could get my channel going again just like that. I could do it right now. I could do it today. It's so simple. And it would take me a few weeks to get things going. And I could go hit TMZ up. I could be on television. You understand? Levels to this. I could be on TV if I wanted to. Could have went on TMZ Live. What channel's that on? 7 or some shit? Not cable, network television. I was offered that. And I turned it down because I didn't feel like fucking dealing with it. Had enough nerds bothering me all day. I was thinking, goddamn, there'll be endless nerds then. I'll never get any peace and quiet. One day I'm trying to move off to a cabin in the fucking woods or live in the back of a van somewhere like Cash out in the woods. I just drive my van around with my dog and I pull up in the woods and camp. Away from all these freak shows. And I got a shotgun on me. In case one of you freak shows shows up, I'll blow you away. Get the fuck out of here because I'm in the woods, right? Need a gun. Can't be out in the woods alone without a weapon. Dude, that neon motherfucker is a dork, bro. He's a dork. He's got streaming all wrong. Like, when I watch him, I thank God. He's such a kid. He doesn't get it. Like, he's all about shock value. Like, he's just going with shock value. And what he doesn't realize is there's a point where shock value runs out. You run out of shocking shit to do, or you got to keep upping the ante of shocking shit. If you're going to be some edgy streamer, then you have to keep getting edgy, right? It's not enough to say the F word, say the N word, right? You got to take it up a notch. Didn't he? What did Neon get in trouble for? Something to do with a minor recently. What did he do with a minor? Said he was going to rape a minor or something, right? He's a moron. But he's desperate for attention. You got to understand, he's got a level of fame right now that he's not ready for. He's young as fuck. He's got all this fucking money. People's taking advantage of him. He has no real friends. Yada, yada, yada. And he's just trying to keep it going. He loves the attention. What he should have done after those guys beat the fuck out of him and Andrew Tate was offering him to fly him in. You can stay with me. I'll train you, get you in shape, teach you how to fight. That's what he should have done. Because at least then he wouldn't look like a fucking loser. He wouldn't be sitting on streams talking about raping minors and saying the N-word and being some edgy nerd. He could have got jacked to the gills, and people would have respected him for getting in shape. They would have respected him for becoming a man and stop acting like a little boy. Act like a little teenage boy. You're in your 20s now. How old is this guy? Quit acting like a teenage boy. With these teenage jokes. I tell y'all all the time with your little fucking edgy jokes. Y'all say them, and I don't laugh. I don't think it's funny. And then people go, oh, you're triggered by it? No, I'm not triggered by stuff I heard when I was 11. I'm not triggered by stuff I said on the internet when I was 10 years old, you fucking dork. You are played out. You people are not saying anything new. You're just repeating the shit we all said when we were kids. We were kids. We were on the internet. We said way worse shit than you. I used to talk about digging up people's mothers on Call of Duty and fucking pissing on them and shit. A dude would say, I'd say, I'm going to fuck your mother. He'd say, oh, my mother's dead. We'd say, oh, well, I'm going to go dig her ass up. I'm going to go down to the graveyard, dig the bitch up. If you don't quit running your mouth. After I get done whooping your ass in this game, I'm going to head to the graveyard. I'm going to dig mama up. Y'all ain't saying nothing new. Talking about you're going to rape people and shit. You think we ain't ever threatened to rape people on Call of Duty? This is nothing new. It is nothing original. And by the way, it's nothing to get offended over either because we were saying it when we were 10. Why would I be offended by something when I'm 37 that I said when I was 10? Makes no sense. I'm not offended by it. Who gives a shit? What's that tea? What's that delicious McDonald's tea? Stand by. The goddamn dog in the world is in my bed. I tell you, keep warm in the winter. Buy a bunch of fucking, well, don't buy them. I didn't buy any of them, but get you a bunch of dogs. Like, people buy a dog. I don't understand that either. I guess if you want a certain breed, but I got 4 dogs. I didn't buy any of them. They just ended up here. Just have these dogs. I see people on YouTube and shit talking them YouTube shorts. Oh, I bought this dog for $300. $300? But that Neon dude's a clown. And then Destiny, of course, is a clown. God, that shit. Have I talked about the Destiny shit on here at all? About his wife cucking him and shit? I'm sure I have, right? Holy fuck. First of all, it was inevitable. You do not let your girlfriend or wife fuck other men. That's rule number 1. I don't understand why any guy would. And I don't understand why I have to explain why it's a bad idea. But I will. Because you are lame. I hope you know that. You're a fucking loser. The fact that you have a girlfriend at all, incredible, astounding. Why would anybody want to fucking put up with you? And now you're going to let her hang out with some other dude? And fuck him? No, bad idea. Because there are better guys than you. All right? There are cooler guys than you. There are guys in better shape than you, got bigger dicks than you, got more money than you. All these things. more entertaining than you, funnier than you, blah, 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 blah. And if you let your girl go out and fuck other men, eventually she gonna find one of them men that's better than you in every way. So why should she stay with you? Why shouldn't she just go be with him? You know why? And do you think your girl would let you do that? No. You know why? Because you would find a better girl. This is why your girl doesn't want you to go to the gym. Okay? They don't want you to go to the gym because you will get in great shape and you might fuck somebody else. This is what it's all about. Date any girl unless she goes to the gym herself. She doesn't want you to go. No, it's a waste of time. They bitch. They complain about it because they don't want you to be like way hotter than them. Hey, they do not want that. Thing is, they're not going to let you hang out with girls. You're supposed to let them hang out with guys. Recipe for disaster. Women don't play that shit. Go ask your girl if you can go hang out with some girl. If you can go out to lunch with some bitch or something. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know how the rest of your day goes after you say that. Right now, it's 7:30 in the morning. Roll over there, wake her ass up and say, hey, here in a few hours, I'm going to head out. Or just roll up and say, hey, I'm about to head out. Get dressed, put your jacket and everything on, and wake her up and say, hey, I'm about to head out. I'm going to go have breakfast with this chick. Let me know how it goes. The rest of your day, let me know how it goes. It's going to be a long shit fucking day after you ask that question. And no guy's going to do that. Like, she's going to raise holy hell. And that's what you're supposed to do when your girl wants to go hang out with some dude. Trust me, I've seen this firsthand. I've seen guys do it. And I'm telling you, it works. You have to just be like, nah, but get the fuck out. You have to, like, make a scene, basically. You have to be like, bitch, you can get your shit and leave. Like, you have to make her understand, nah, don't ever ask me this dumb shit again. The fact that a bitch would even ask a question like that means she ain't right in the head. Something wrong with her. No sense. Because most people have sense enough, they wouldn't even ask such a dumb fucking question. No guy on this planet is even going to ask his girl something like that. We have sense. The fuck kind of dumb shit is that? It would never work. This is why women are so fucked up. A guy is just going to go cheat and make up some lie or whatever. Women are blatantly going to go, oh, he's just a friend. Like, they're going to put it right in your face. Because in their sick, weird female brain, like, it's justified because it's quite obvious that it's going on. It's literally going on right in front of your face. But you're basically allowing it. So in a way, you're letting her do it. That's the way they justify it in their fucking head. That's why they tell you about their male friend. And they say, oh, he's just a friend and all this shit. And I guarantee when you finally have this argument because you got the proof or whatever, the bitch is going to say, well, your stupid ass should have known. You had to have known. Go watch him old Kevin Samuels videos. I was watching some of them last night, actually. Rest in peace to him. But so many of these women, I mean, they are fucking retarded. I listened to one last night. This woman's husband got cancer and she left the man. She left him. When Kevin asked her why did she leave? What's the reason here? She was like, well, I'm just not, things aren't the way they used to be, and I'm not able to spend the money like I used to. And it's just like, dude, the guy's got cancer. He's probably not making the money he used to. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch? And it's very odd to me to be like, I'm not making the money. I'm not getting enough money. How would getting a divorce, like, in a normal world, how would getting a divorce and leaving your husband get you more money? But in this sick fucking country, it will. Like, she can just leave him and take half his fucking money. Well, he has cancer. Totally gonna happen. We all know it is. Like, she has a financial incentive to leave the son of a bitch. This is why marriage keeps failing. And you can judge women all you want, but what if you had that temptation? What if you were fucking married to somebody and they were kind of getting on your nerves? And instead of putting up with it, you had a financial incentive to leave them. You want to leave them, and now you have a financial... You will literally make money. So not only will leaving them make you happier, but you're also going to make a bunch of money. Why stay at all? Why try to work it out? What's the point of trying to work it out? I'll make more money leaving this guy. I'll take half his fucking money. I won't have to deal with him. I win. That's why I got to change these divorce laws. It's gonna... People need to like if a guy's work, like if you and your wife work together, like have a business or something, and you built a life together and you work together and you ran the business, I get splitting everything down the middle. But if this motherfucker, if he worked and all she did was sit at home all day, this bitch don't get half his shit. Don't make no sense that she gets half the shit that he worked for. This bitch has not worked. You know how many people call into these shows, these women, and they have no job, and they sit at home all day, and the man works and pays for everything, and they just sit at home, and they just have to clean the house, make food, and suck his dick. And they complain like it's the worst thing in the world. Imagine if you as a man, the only thing you had to do all fucking day long, your responsibilities were as followed. Listen to this crazy shit. You just had to clean the house. You had to fuck your wife and make her dinner. These three things you got to do for your wife. And if you have kids, you got to watch kids. And you don't have to have kids, right? There's plenty of married couples that don't have no kids. So, but you got to do the three things. Men would be ain't no man going to complain about that life. Women complain about that. Why do they complain about that? It's not natural to complain about that. You understand? What I just said to you is a nice life. It's a nice daily life where you get up every day. You don't have to go to work. You just have to clean that house. Watch the kids. Guess what? The kids go to school, by the way. You ship them motherfuckers off at 7 a.m. They don't get home to 3. You got the whole fucking day to yourself. How dirty can the house get if you clean it every day and maintain it? How bad can it be? So what, you got an hour of cleaning every day you do? Hour of tidying up? Then what do? Sit and watch Price is Right all day and fuck off? Play video games? Oh, what a hard life. I got to listen to women cry about this life they get to live. By the way, if y'all would stop voting Democrats and fucking up the economy, more of you could live that way. Men would be able to go to a job and work all day and pay everything, but they can't do that. Why? Because you all voted Democrats. See, women voted for all this. That's the thing. Women voted all this shit in. Women literally voted to go to work. And men will never be able to understand such things because we have to work all the time. I don't care what you do. You do some kind of work as a man every day. Like, you have to make money every day. And people look to you. People in your life count on you to make it. They're not making anything. They look to you to figure it out. If there's a problem, they're looking at you. You're supposed to go make some money somehow, some way. Don't matter how. Go figure it out. We know what women are going to do to make it. We know their plan, suck a dick. Hey, anybody could do that. Anybody could go suck a dick, make some money. What's such low effort behavior? Imagine if you as a man told your girl when she was hungry and needed something to eat, you said, I'll be right back. And you went out for an hour. You came back and said, let some dude fuck me. Let some dude ass fuck me. He gave me $50. I mean, what the fuck? Women would look at us like we're fucked up in the head. But we're supposed to call them heroes if they do it. Make that make sense. Imagine if men was going out letting dudes fuck them. And some men are, by the way. But imagine if that's something we all did, like it was just a common thing that we as men did. Like we had OnlyFans accounts and shit. Because that's there are men that have it, but it's a very feminine thing right now where all the women are doing it. By the way, some of these women should not be having OnlyFans. gotta understand the temptation, though. If you're a hot chick with big set of tits, I mean. By the way, that's what makes when you see some of these women, these movie stars and things, when you see some hot girl working at Walmart or something, I respect her because she could easily whip them fucking titties out on OnlyFans and be sitting at home chilling. She could be at Disney World right now if she'd whip them titties out, but she won't. She won't do it. She won't. Every day you see hot chicks working at fucking Arby's, working at McDonald's, working at Walmart. And let me tell you, those are the best women. They may not seem that way, but they are. Those are the best women because if she had an OnlyFans, she wouldn't be working at McDonald's. She wouldn't be at Walmart. She's at Walmart because she's got some self-respect. She's not selling her fucking puss all over the internet to every fucking guy with $5. I mean, not only are you all selling naked pictures and videos of yourself, but you're selling it for fucking pennies on the dollar. Click on some of these women's OnlyFans links. Don't sign up. Don't spend no money, of course, but just click on them and look at the prices of some of these and just ask yourself, like, and look at the woman and just, this dumb bitch doesn't even realize how hot she is. What the fuck? I'll tell you the best OnlyFans girl. The girl that if you were going to be an OnlyFans girl, this is the girl that you should copy because she did it perfectly. And that's Cash Me Outside Girl. Now, Cash Me Outside Girl, when she turned 18, she made an OnlyFans. And all these weirdo motherfucking dudes had been waiting for years for her to get naked, came running with their wallets open. She made millions of dollars. But if you look into this, you will find out that Cash Me Outside Girl doesn't show nudity on her OnlyFans. Her OnlyFans is just basically like Instagram pictures of shit. Or maybe she shakes her ass a little bit for you. She ain't showing nothing. This bitch literally mind fucked these pedophile motherfuckers into giving her millions of dollars and didn't show them nothing. You got women on here showing their buttholes and everything, sticking dildos up their ass for pennies on the dollar. This girl is in a bikini. But you have to understand, when you hear OnlyFans, see, Cash Me, this is how I realize Cash Me Outside Girl is actually very smart. She's not as dumb as she pretends to be. In fact, I think a lot of the way she acts is an act. It's just part of her brand, okay? She's actually a lot more intelligent than you would think because what she did with OnlyFans is genius. She realized that people insinuate OnlyFans with nudity, and all she has to do is make one, and people will assume she's nude on it, and they're not going to know she's not until they've spent their money. It's genius. Genius. Less is more. Less is more. And here's another thing to think about. She could always, right, if she needed to, she could always whip a titty out, right? She could always whip her pussy out. She could always whip that butthole out. She could suck a dick. See, she has options because she hasn't used any of them yet, right? She's made millions of dollars and she hasn't used any of those. She just shaked her ass a little bit in a bikini and a thong or something. She hasn't used any of these other options yet that are on the table. Because all these weird fucking freaks that subbed at 18 and made her millions of dollars and didn't get to see nothing, if she came out and said, hey, on my OnlyFans now, I'm sucking a dick, they would all come back and they would all pay. And what should they pay? I mean, if I'm Cash Me Outside Girl, I would, she has her analytics, right? I don't have her statistics, but I mean, didn't she make the most money of all time? Don't she have like the record or some shit? Clearly there is a demand to see this woman do sexual shit. So if she ever did it, I would sell it for like $300, $400, $500. Like, I'd make these motherfuckers pay. You understand? Make them pay. Make these weird freaks pay. Stop selling these OnlyFans for $2 or whatever. Some of these prices I see, I'm ridiculous. I encourage you to start clicking the links and looking at the prices. Do it. You don't have to spend money. Have some self-control, you freak. But just look at what these women are selling themselves for. $3.99 a month, bitch. Damn. Rubbing my pussy for $3.99 a month. And then you'll see some girls who they're not very, they're all right. They're all right, They're all right. But you look at the price and you're like, what the fuck? Who would pay, $19.99 a month to see your nude pictures? Like, bitch, you need to look in the mirror and humble yourself. What are you talking about? You got this chick over here is like a supermodel with her butthole out for $2.99 a month. I don't know, Maybe look around, if you're in this field and you're going to do this as a way to make money, this is your job, maybe take pride in your work. Maybe look around and compare prices and, put yourself in a reasonable price area. Look in the mirror, look long and hard. Jesus. Now I see why Andrew Tate was managing these bitches. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. Women need guidance. Like, women do not know their worth. If you've ever dated a girl, you know that they always don't understand how hot they are, or they focus on stupid shit. They're worried about the dumbest shit. Or they think they need to get a plastic surgery to do this or that. And you're thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't do that. Maybe I need to fuck with my nose. Whoa, no. That's the last thing you need to do is fuck with these. Leave the nose is fine. Whatever you're looking at when you look in the mirror at your nose, nobody else can see it. I don't even, I don't know how many women I've dated or talked to where it's just like, they start talking about shit that they're uncomfortable about themselves. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? And I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, of the things you need to change about yourself, that ain't one of them. That is not something I was even thinking about. And this bitch is stressing over it. Stressing over her nose or stressing over her fucking forehead or some dumb ignorant shit. Meanwhile, you're looking at her and you know what you're thinking? I tell you what you're thinking. You're thinking, what you need to do is drop 20 pounds. You need to go to the gym and drop 20 pounds. That is the best thing you could do for your appearance. That would make you so much hotter. And you're talking about getting plastic surgery. No, you need to go fucking lose 20 pounds. You just literally need to get on a treadmill. Like $10 a month at Planet Fitness could change your fucking life. But watch out for the men in the women's bathroom. They're letting the men in there. Oh, the girl from The Boys that ruined her face. Yeah, man. That's what these women don't understand. Like, they just don't get it. They don't get it. They all want to look like other women. They don't understand they're unique. They got their own unique look to them. And that's what makes them hot. They don't look like everybody else. When they all get these same plastic surgery things done, they all look the same. They all have this similar look. And it's gross. Or they all do their makeup the same. And it's just like, Jesus. If you're going to do makeup, let's just do some normal makeup. Let's just do some normal, nothing crazy. I'm all right with a little bit of makeup. You're out and about trying to look your best, but don't overdo it. Jesus. Like, your face should match the color of your arm. And if it doesn't, you got to fucking too much on your face. Yeah, you got a hot girl that gets plastic surgery. But I'll tell you why she did it. It's because nerds on the internet were making comments about her. And that's what I'm saying. Women are dumb. Women need guidance from a man. They really do. It's in the fucking Bible. So go get mad about it. Go get mad at God. I didn't say it. God said it. Women need guidance. Like, women are dumb as fuck. Like, I've seen so many stories, and I like women. I got a girlfriend, but they're dumb as fuck. Women are dumb. Like, I've seen so many stories about women. They'll be dating a guy, married a guy, whatever, and motherfucker will tell her, you need to just get in the gym, lose some weight. Like, you know, you really need to, because he's concerned about her health, probably. Because he's in love with the girl, and he's like, this girl needs to lose some weight. Like, I'm going to marry this bitch, you know. Maybe shape up a little bit. Fuck's sake, why not? Like, why not? Why is that so bad? We're going to get married. Can you not be a slob? Can you stop being a fucking slob? Is it so much to ask? Be feminine. You're a girl. Act like a fucking girl. Women worry about the dumbest shit. Like I'm saying, like women worry about their nails. And I'm not against a girl having her nails done. But who gives a fuck if she does or don't? No guy has ever. Some girl grabbed his dick, started jerking it off, and he was like, whoa, 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 bitch, let go of my dick. You look at them hands. What the fuck? No nail polish on them fingers? What the fuck? Get your hand on my dick immediately. Nah, you got to have your nails done. You're going to jerk me off. No man has ever said it. It's never happened. No man has ever said, damn, she's hot, but look at her nails. What the fuck? Unless she had some fucked up nails. But if she just had regular ass nails and she had them clipped down or whatever, nobody gives a fuck. No man is like, oh, the horror. Oh, they're not painted. Oh. Women worry about this. And let me, don't get me wrong. It looks nice. It's nice. But it's not necessary. Nobody really gives a shit. Women be stressing about it. Like some fat bitch who should spend the next hour at the gym will go get her nails done instead. Oh, this is what'll make me look hot. No, what'll make you look hot is getting on the fucking Stairmaster and spend the next hour on that bitch. That is what's going to make you look hot. Nothing else is going to make you look hot. But at that gym it will transform you. Like, people got to get in the gym. It's really the answer. It really is the answer to our current problems. All these nerds shooting up schools and malls and shit. Who has time to do that when you're in the gym making gains? If you're making gains, you're not thinking about shooting up the mall, I promise you. If you get active at the gym, you're thinking about the gym all the time. You're thinking about getting back in the gym the next day and what you're going to do. And you're not thinking about no fucking mass murder spree. And everyone's so scared of the gym. They're so terrified of getting in shape. I don't get it, man. I've had people recently fatter than me, telling me, the way you eat, it's not very healthy. And I'm looking at them. I'm like, like you're overweight. You have a serious issue, and you're worried about me. Don't be worried about me. Worry about you first. I'm not taking health advice from unhealthy motherfuckers. Sorry, that's not happening. You gonna give me some health advice, you gotta look better than me. I gotta look at you and think, well, this motherfucker looks healthier than me. If I look at you and I'm like, nah, you ain't healthier than me. You ain't. If you're fat, I'm not fat. So if you are fat, no. First of all, you have no self-control. If you are fat and I'm looking at you, like I wanted ice cream yesterday. Did I buy it? No. 1, because I'm broke. 2, because I don't need it. I could have bought it, but I didn't need it. I didn't need it. That's how you get fat. Because every time you think about buying ice cream, you go get it. The key to not getting fat is, I mean, and don't get me wrong, you can have ice cream. You can have it like once a week or so. You can have it a couple times a week or whatever. But there has to be a bunch of times where you're like, nah, I'm not getting that. I don't need that shit. And if you're not able to think that way, then you're going to end up like a fat fucking slob. Because you're always going to get it. You're all, like I see, I work, do Instacart, work at Kroger all day, shopping. I'm looking at cookies and shit all day. But I'm not buying them. I'm not like, damn, them Chips Ahoy's look good. Let me buy a pack of them and just eat them all fucking day, every single fucking day. Like, let me every day buy a pack of cookies, just eat them all fucking day. Let me see how that works out. No, I just look at them and I go, oh, that's delicious. And then, you know, after about a week and a half of doing that or so, I'll go, yeah, let's get one today. And then I'll buy a small pack. You see how that works? Not fucking hard not to get fat. I mean, when you're poor, fuck. But even when I was doing Instacart, I was making all kinds of money. And I would eat out all the time. Still didn't get fat. I don't know what you all are doing. Like, I keep seeing you all on these YouTube videos. You're blaming the food. You're blaming the fast food places. That's all I fucking eat. I eat out all the time. Fast food shit, McDonald's and shit. I'm not fat. I'm eating this shit and I'm not fat. What is wrong with y'all? I'll tell you what's wrong with y'all. You overeat. Because I see you motherfuckers. I see the shit you order. And you all order, you know, and I get like a 3-piece chicken tender. You get 5 tenders. That's the difference between you and me. That's why you're fat. I don't eat 5 fucking chicken tenders at once. I eat 3 and that's enough. The fries, you got 3. That's it. And you get a cookie every time, and you get a shake or some fucking shit. You're not supposed to overeat. That's the problem. You motherfuckers are overeating this shit. If you're going to eat fast food, it is key that you don't overeat it. Don't you get that? You cannot overeat that. It's very fattening food. You can't overeat it. Dummies. It's not like you're overeating chicken breast and steaks or whatever. You're overeating fatty food. It's like eating chips every day. I don't go out and eat a big fucking thing of chips every day either. What's so hard about this, gentlemen? I've never been fat. I never will be. I'll never allow it. Never allowing it. Who would want to live like that? You know, I've been broke all my life. I've been a lot of things all my life, but I haven't been fat. Not one fucking time I had to experience that shit. And that's something I can avoid. Like, I look at Boogie and shit, man. I'm like, this son of a bitch, bro. What the fuck? I seen him on there talking about. He follows me on Twitter, by the way. Boogie29 fucking whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about. Big fat slob. I mean, I kind of like him, but I don't know a lot about him, but he seemed all right. But he's fat as fuck. And he's talking about, oh, I got a 20-year-old girlfriend, and I got, or 21, or however the fuck she is, and I've got a successful podcast, and I'm gaining subscribers, and I'm reading all this, and I'm thinking, lose the weight. You're doing all this shit, fantastic, but guess what? Guess what you're missing, you big fat fuck? And clip this and send it to him, too, because he needs to hear it. And if he does exactly what I say, it will change his life. It will be life-changing. It will be the biggest moment of his life. Lose the weight. Because I'll tell you this right now. If you do not lose the weight, you're going to die within the next, I'd say 10 years easy. Isn't he in his 40s? I believe Boogie's in his 40s. People lie about it. People say I'm in my 40s too. I'm 37. So I don't know if they're lying, but I hear he's in his 40s. If that's true, at his size, it's very likely he's going to die before he hits 50. If you want to spend time with this girl, lose the weight. Because let me tell you, this girl, eventually, she going to leave. And I know you're in love and you think, oh, there's no fucking way the bitch could ever leave. I promise you. They leave. They leave. She will leave. Because she will get tired of you being fat. Or, you know, and you know what? Maybe you lose the weight and she leaves. I don't know. Maybe she's into the fat. So there are fat fetish bitches, so maybe she's into that. She's got to be into fat motherfuckers to be with Boogie. I don't quite know a lot about this because it's weird to know a lot about people's relationships. It's a very weird thing, so I stay out of it. But what the fuck? I don't know what's going on there. You got a 21-year-old girl, and I don't care about her age. She's a fucking adult. She can fuck whoever she wants. I don't think that's weird or anything. I don't think he's a pedophile. This is a 21-year-old woman. She's old enough to drink. She can fuck Boogie if she wants. It's not the age that I find weird. The fact that she wants to fuck Boogie is weird to me. Like, why? Why? And I don't want to hear that. Well, she can look past the appearance. No, fuck off. Fuck off with that. Nobody looks past appearance. To a certain extent, they might. If you spend time with somebody and you really get into them and shit, you'll look past some shit. But there's you know that only goes so far, man. I can only look past so much. Like, if I'm dating a girl, if I'm fucking her, there's got to be things about her that I'm attracted to. So she has to be attracted to this motherfucker. Or she's just into the money. But don't tell me it ain't weird. It doesn't make sense. And it has nothing to do with her age. It's just, look at him. Look at him. A 21-year-old girl wanting to date an older man is not shocking at all. That's not shocking at all. Especially in today's time where you have all these young men are just pussified out of their mind. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. They don't even know what fucking gender they are, for fuck's sake. So these women are just desperate. That's the sad thing. Like, you got to think, Boogie's more of a man than a lot of these 20-year-olds running around. That's what you don't realize. Like, some women are going to be into Boogie because he acts more normal than, you know, because these fucking guys, man, they're fucked. These young men today are fucked. They can't do anything. They can't say anything. They might get accused of rape and their whole life's over. It's just fucking weird. People's trying to get them to change their genders, turn into girls and shit. A lot of weird shit going on. Young men right now are getting hit with a lot of weird shit. You better pray you're not 15 right now. People are telling you what there's 37 fucking genders and shit. You're like, what? I can be an underkin wolf? What does that mean? I can be a dog? The fact that we allow people to dress up as dogs and live life as a fucking fake dog is ridiculous. And what we ought to do is knock the shit out of these people. That's the answer, by the way. The answer is to knock the shit out of them. Just fucking walk up and smack them. Like, get the fuck... Because that's what people would have done 100 years ago. If you would have got up and told your family 100 years ago that you were not going to work in the coal mines like your daddy did and your granddaddy did. No. You were going to be a dog. You were going to live life as a dog. Your parents would have beat the fuck out of you, bro. They would have beat the fuck out of you. They would have beat those ideas right out of your head. Now, I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but I mean, it used to work. We didn't have people running around pretending to be fucking dogs. And people take this to an extreme level. Like, they want to go to work like this. This ain't I'm in my living room playing around, which is weird enough. But hey, it's your house. Do what you want. These motherfuckers want to go to the job doing this weirdo shit. These people want to deliver pizza in their furry costume. Imagine you open your door to get your pizza and it's a furry. I wouldn't even eat it. If I open my fucking door to get my pizza and the dude holding that motherfucker is in a furry outfit, I am not taking the pizza. I want my money back. What the fuck? I'm not eating that fucking shit. God knows what that freak did to it. I don't trust it. And I promise you, if I open the door one day and a dude in a furry costume is holding my pizza, the first thing out of my mouth is going to be, what the fuck? I'm going to look right at him and go, what the fuck is going on here? And I will offend him. Because I am going to say, look, just go ahead and take his pizza back, get my money back. This is ridiculous. What the hell? I don't know why you're dressed as a furry. This is fucking weird, man. This is weird. I mean, that furry shit's got to stop. I dress up in my fur. What do they call it? They have a name for their fur outfit. Like, maybe our parents had it right when they whooped us with a belt. Like, at the time they were doing it, it felt kind of abusive. But now, looking back in hindsight as a 37-year-old man, I'm like, you know what? I'm actually grateful they hit me with a belt because I didn't end up fucked up like these fucking people. How can it be? Here's the thing. How can it be abuse when it kept me from turning into a freak show, right? Like, it kept me off drugs. It kept me away from all this freak bullshit. Because the fear of getting the shit beat out of me, like a belt or a fly swatter or something like that, or a switch off a tree, just the fear of that was enough for me to go, nah, fuck that. I'm not fucking with none of that drugs or any of this bullshit. Because I don't want that fucking ass whooping. Like, I don't think all kids need their ass whooped, but some, I think, clearly do. Like, I think there's a lot of adults today that if anyone got their ass whooped by their dad, they'd be in fucking prison right now. But they knew if they just stole something or, hung out with the wrong people, their dad was going to whoop their ass with a damn switch off a tree. My grandmother whooped my ass with a switch off a tree. She made me go out in the yard and pick the switch off the tree. And then she whooped my ass with it. And guess what? You only do that one time. And then all they got to do is threaten to get that switch. And you're like, nah, fuck all that. And you forget about whatever it is you was going to do. And then you have that fear when you think about doing something you know you ain't supposed to do. You think about that switch off that tree and how that's going to hurt. Like a motherfucker. Who wants to deal with that again? And so you go, nah, I'm going to pass on the drugs. I'm going to pass on them. I'm going to pass on smoking that cigarette or drinking that beer. I don't even want no part of that shit. Because if I get caught, I'm getting beat with a extension cord or something. Who knows what? I'm getting beat with whatever's available nearby. That's not too extreme. Something that can whip, you know what I'm saying? Like a belt or something. Something that might leave. It's not probably going to leave a mark. That ain't going to hit you that hard, but you're definitely going to feel it. And you know what? There might be a few things that you might do that you might. One of those belt shots might leave a mark. Just one of them, though. Because your parents are going to hit you one time and go, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. That was a little too much. We've all been hit with one of those. But those are the ones that make you realize, holy shit. I really fucked up. Don't do that shit again. And even worse than that was getting the grounded and getting all your shit took away. I'd rather get my ass whooped. I'd rather be beaten with a fucking belt than fucking take the PlayStation away. Just beat me. Fuck. Just hit me with something. They used to ask me, you want an ass whooping or we'll take your PlayStation? Whoop my ass. Just whoop my ass. Fuck it. I could just have my ass whooped and just get on with my day. Let's just get the ass whooping over with. It is weird, though, because you get to a certain point where they stop whooping your ass because it's just, you know. It's just like, you're not going to whoop my, like, you out of your mind. Like, you get to a certain age where you're like, no, I'll be goddamn, you whoop my ass with anything, I'm going to fight back. Like, I'm going to fight back. Enough of the beatings. Trust me, I've learned my lesson. We get it. I delivered DoorDash to a furry once in a while. You know, when I was doing Instacart, I've delivered to this house a bunch of times. It's got a pride flag on the flagpole outside. And I'm talking about one of the new pride flags with the transgender stuff on it and all the weird different colors on it and shit at the end. I'm not talking about the old one. It just looked like a rainbow. I'm talking about that weird-ass new one. And it's weird, though, because that flag was all tore up. Like, when I first went to that house, that flag was perfect condition. And then I went back months later, got a delivery there, and the flag was tore apart, but it was still on the pole. They had two flags on the pole, too, and the American flag was above that flag, and it was in great condition. But they let that transgender flag get all tore up. I don't know if that's them trying to shit on it or what. I don't know. It's weird. Truth be told, they're probably just lazy and they just ain't gonna take it down. Just like, nah, let it. It's falling apart. Fuck it. Who cares? It's funny, too, because when I first seen that flag outside the house, like the transgender movement, it kind of had, you know, some power behind it. But now the flag is much like the movement. It's in shatters. It's rags. It's falling apart. It's not working. People are starting to realize it's a big fucking freak show. And it has to be stopped. I love how these people act like everybody wants to genocide these people. Nobody wants to genocide anybody. Get a grip. By the way, enough with calling everything a genocide. Enough with the genocide. Everything, oh, fucking genocide. That's all I hear about is genocides. Genocides that are happening now or genocides that are going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. Vote for this guy, there'll be a genocide. Blah, 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 blah. We get it, man. That's what they try to scare you with these days, genocide. I hear that word all the fucking time. Israel's committing a genocide. No, they're not. No, they're not. And you know how I know they're not? Because if they wanted to commit genocide, they would just level the place with nuclear weapons and be done with it. Or at the very least, they'd bomb the fuck out of it. They'd bomb it till there was nothing left. They're not doing that. I mean, they're bombing it, but they're also not using the most powerful. They're not leveling it, making it a fucking parking lot. Just fuck it. Kill everybody. So how can it be a genocide? If you're going to genocide, then they just would kill everybody. Fuck sending troops in. Let's just drop the biggest. Let's get some fucking Moabs. Moab the fuck. If we're worried about radiation, then let's just get Moabs. And let's just bomb. Let's fucking hit the whole fucking thing. Moab. Just keep landing them son of a bitches until there is nothing. And then send an insane amount of troops in to just clear out any motherfucker left. But I keep hearing about Palestinian refugees, and apparently they're still Palestinians. But if a genocide is going on, how are there still Palestinians? How are these people not all dead by now? Because I've been told over and over how small this piece of land is. This piece of land they're fighting over is so fucking small. But there's millions of people crammed into this tiny space. Okay, Moabs. We're going to Moab the fuck out of this little space until there's nothing alive in it. We're going to hit this area so hard that the tunnels underneath the ground collapse because we're just bombing the fuck out of the surface. I mean, what am I missing here? Like, I know it's not perfect. It's a fucking war. But is it a genocide? By the way, all the people calling it a genocide, once again, we're cheering on the October 7th. I seen you, weird motherfuckers, cheering on that terrorist attack. Doesn't matter how you feel about the Israeli government and the things they do. Is it okay to murder innocent civilians in their homes? Like, that's what you're defending, you fucking retard. You're defending, basically, someone like you getting murdered for no fucking reason. And hey, if you think it's justified to kill these people because of what their government did, tread lightly on that line of thinking, dummy. Because the American government's done a lot of shit. So if we want to go on that line of thinking, there's a lot of people that owe you an ass whooping. There's a lot of people around the world that would like to get their hands on you. Because you're an American and you're to blame for all that shit. You think they wouldn't like to string your ass up? You think they wouldn't like to put you in a video and behead you? Have you reading some letter going, please, release the hostages. Release the hostages. Release the political prisoners. Or they're not going to release them. They're going to cut your dumb head off, dummy. And you know they are. Then he starts sawing it off with a rusty dull knife. And you're screaming, what the fuck? And he's just sawing it fucking neck off. And at some point, you just die. But the last moments of your life is this guy just fucking holding you by your fucking head, just fucking sawing it off with a fucking knife. I mean, fuck. What the fuck? Like, that's a thing that could happen in life. It could happen. And you wonder why motherfuckers want guns. Shit. Just talking about that makes me want a gun. You're kidding me. And Junie, I mean, Jesus Christ. I was at McDonald's, so I didn't want to get too loud, but what a mess this morning. You were up at 6 a.m. shilling for Joe fucking Biden. It's ridiculous, Junie. It has to stop. It has to stop. Up bright and early sucking that Biden cock. I mean, god damn. I promise you, Joe Biden don't give a fuck about none of you. Trump don't give a fuck about none of you. But here's the thing about Trump that you got to understand. Trump wants to be loved, and he wants to be looked at as this great American president. So I believe Trump wants to have success way more than Biden does. And Trump values success, like he sees success as lowering the gas prices, not having World War III. He talks about it all the time. So these are the things that are appealing to the people that are voting, the people that want to vote Trump. This is what they're voting for. And you may not agree with what these people believe, but they believe Trump can literally stop World War III. They believe putting Trump in the presidency will literally prevent World War III. That World War III will happen if we do not elect Donald Trump. There's a ton of people that say that to me all the time. When I was arguing in the primaries, one of the one things that I could not argue with is the fact that Trump is better on foreign policy than DeSantis. We have seen Trump's foreign policy. We have seen him trying to... He is all about diplomacy. I mean, this motherfucker's meeting with the fucking leader of North Korea because he wants to have peace. If dudes are sitting at a table talking, then we're not having a war. You understand? As long as these guys are having... I know you all were so mad at him meeting with Putin or meeting with Kim Jong-un, but you have to understand, if these people are meeting with each other and having meetings and talking to each other, that means it's less likely that they will attack each other, they will have a war with each other, because there's communication. They're sitting down having meetings. People that are going to war with each other, they ain't really having meetings with each other. You know, that's one of the things Tucker Carlson, remember, he asked Putin in that interview. I think it was him, like, if you tried to meet with Biden. He's like, no, I ain't trying to meet with Biden. They not having no meetings, bro. There ain't no peace talks going on right now. And when we're talking peace talks, I'm talking about real peace talks. I'm talking about Putin and Biden in a room, the two leaders of the world. Those are the two guys that can bring peace to this. And don't give me that, oh, well, who do you mean? It's Lazinski fighting it. Shut the fuck up. Grow up. Grow up and join us at the big boy table. Or go sit over there with the little kids and eat your macaroni with the little kids over there and talk like a fucking 9-year-old. Or you can be a fucking adult and realize that this is a proxy war between America and Russia. Actually, it's Russia and NATO. It's literally Russia versus America and the whole goddamn European continent. But it's just by proxy of Ukraine. See, all these people are funding Ukraine. But you have to understand, and I talked about this months ago, because I heard some guy talking about it on a podcast. There's a limit to how many troops that they have. And at some point, if you keep funding this war, pushing this war, Ukraine's going to run out of men to fight this war. Because, I don't know if you know this, but in war, people die, a lot of death, right? So, that's literally the whole point of war, is to kill each other. So, Ukraine's going to run out of men, bro. Ukraine is going to run out of men way before Russia. You have to agree to that. You have to agree that Russia has more of a larger military than Ukraine. What happens when Ukraine runs out of men? Ukraine's not going to run out of money because they're going to keep shipping money to them. But Ukraine is going to run out of fighters. Well, then what happens? You have to bring in other soldiers from around the world. It's inevitable if we keep going down this path. That's what you idiots don't understand. Now, a lot of people believe Trump can stop all that. He can solve all this. He'll be trying to push for peace. That's the way people see Trump. And the reason they see him that way is because that's what he literally did. That's how he governed. That was his foreign policy. When Trump attacked, it meant something. Like when he drone struck that fucking Iraqi general or Irani general. Like he didn't bomb a town or whatever. He just took out one of the fucking generals. Which makes total sense, by the way. To me, that's how war should be fought. There'd be less wars if these motherfuckers actually had to fight them, instead of sending a bunch of men that, don't even know what the fuck's going on out there to die. They go out, these men are out there fighting each other. They don't even know why they're fighting each other, probably. They're just sent out there. That's their job. That's what they signed up for. They go out there, here's a gun, go kill that fucking guy. What the fuck? I could never wrap my head around it. That's why I didn't join it. I did ROTC in high school for a year, and I liked it. I really liked the discipline, working out every day, the consistency, you know, learning how to shoot guns, all these things that we were doing. But you know, they'd always ask us, and you know, there was times when they'd pull us to the side and talk to us in private about, you know, would you, you know, ever think about joining the military? I could just never, you know, like, no, because I don't. What are we fighting for? Like, what the fuck are we fighting for? And this was right after 9/11, and I still felt that way, because this is right after 9/11. You kind of wanted to join the military, but you were, you know, I wasn't old enough, but you had that sense of maybe I will do that. But by the time I was old enough, like, you had the Iraq War, and it's like, nah, man, what the fuck? Like, they're just sending motherfuckers over there to die for nothing. Like, this is these wars don't mean nothing. This ain't about 9/11. This is about oil. This shit. I'm not dying for this shit. Fuck that. Like, I like all the other shit about the military, but I'm not into dying for nothing. It's one thing to die for something, but dying for nothing. Dying in some fucking third world hellhole like Iraq for what? What did Saddam do to me? What are we doing? And you see that even today, where you have, like, there's, you know, they can't get people to join the military. You hear about it all the time. There's way less people joining than usual. And the reason for that is because there's no reason to be. Like, why would I want to fight these wars? I don't want to fight these wars. I don't want to end up in the Ukraine. No thanks. Why would I want to go to the Ukraine and fight the evil Russians? I don't want to fight the Russians. I'm not in. I mean, you know. Why can't we just leave each other the fuck alone? They do their thing in Russia. We do their thing here. What's so hard about this? And, you know, I'm supposed to listen to Putin talk and explain his reasoning for all this shit. And then I'm supposed to just go, well, it doesn't make any sense, even though it does make sense to me. Even though I hear it and I go, you know, I don't agree with war and stuff, but I understand his perspective when he's saying, you know, they're putting missiles on my border. Like, you got NATO. Like, they want to put Ukraine in NATO. Like, that's crazy. He's like, that's right on my border. So now I got an adversarial military alliance right on my border, putting missiles and shit on my border. What the fuck I want that for? He's right. Makes total sense. If Mexico was doing that shit, we'd be losing our fucking minds. If Mexico joined into some alliance with China and Russia and shit, and North Korea or some shit, and Russian troops and tanks were being sent to Mexico, we'd lose our fucking minds. So why shouldn't Russia? Why should it be any different for Russia? Why shouldn't they feel exactly how we would feel if they was on our borders? Which, if you put NATO in Ukraine, that's you putting American forces right on the border of Russia. Now, if you're the president, leader of Russia, you cannot allow that. It's what you have to understand. I know you're supposed to hate Putin, blah, blah, blah. But it makes total sense. If I'm the leader of a country, that I would not want troops from an adversarial country on my border. And I would see it. And you got to understand this. Russia was promised that NATO would not expand its borders. And that's all it's ever done since it was founded. They've expanded the borders of NATO. So if you are looking at it from Russia's perspective, the NATO just keeps getting closer and closer and closer. You've got a military alliance that just keeps getting closer and closer to your border. It's, at some point, you got to fucking do something. You got to say something, do something. And the thing about Putin is he said tons of shit. He warned them. He said, look, stop doing this. We're all supposed to ignore that, though. You're supposed to ignore all that. Pretend you don't, you know, because if you say it, you're a Putin. See, I don't give a fuck about that childish shit. I don't even know a lot about Vladimir Putin. What I know about Vladimir Putin is this. He's a bad motherfucker. In terms of he's in a KGB. He's not a fucking pussy. Okay? Number one, he's not a retard. He's not a dumbass. He's a very intelligent man. And he's a fucking dangerous man. A very dangerous man. You wouldn't want to be talking shit to this man to his face. I promise you that. You'd want to be very respectful if you ever met Vladimir. I don't care how you feel about him. You better bite your tongue if you're in a room with him. All right? And I'd watch what I drink and eat, too. But don't worry. You'll never be in a room with him because you're a fucking peasant. People like us will never be in a room with that guy. And I don't want to be, by the way. Sounds terrifying. And I don't want to go to war with Putin either. This all seems like a very, very bad idea. Because Putin is a dangerous man. He's a smart and dangerous man. This is not an adversary that we're just going to slap around. And the guy we got to fight him, Joe Biden, come on. We got to take on Vladimir Putin and our guy's Joe Biden? It's like we're playing dodgeball. We're picking teams, team captains. Vladimir Putin is a team captain, and then the other team captain's Joe Biden. And you're sitting there going, God, I hope I'm not on Joe Biden's team because I'm going to get my ass whooped. It's not that you want to be with Putin, but it's like, shit. But see, we are with Biden, right? We're not. I don't want to be with Putin, and we're not going to be. So we are stuck with Biden. And people are like, oh, shit. It's not that people are praising Putin and they like Putin. Quite the opposite, actually. It's that people realize, oh, fuck. Like, you got to hope that Putin is being honest when he says that, you know, look, they were expanding NATO. They was on my borders. I had to do what I had to do. I'm not trying to take over the world or anything or take over Europe. You know, I'm defending my border. NATO keeps approaching. It's ridiculous. You have to hope that is true because if it's the opposite, if he's really planning to eventually start World War III and fight fucking all of NATO, then guess what? We're so fucked because our guy, Joe Biden. Our guy is Joe fucking Biden. Say what you want about Trump. Say what you want about Trump. But if it's all out World War III, I want Trump. I want him as my team captain. That's who I want. Because I know that Vladimir Putin is going to think twice about what he does if Trump is a president. I know that. I know Vladimir Putin is going to go, and it's not because he's scared of Trump or Trump's some tough guy. No, this is a KGB guy. You have to understand, though, Trump is an unpredictable guy. When he dropped that drone strike on that general, that is something you have to understand. That is something that they do not do. They never do that. They always bomb civilians and shit. This motherfucker did a drone strike and just hit one of their top generals with fucking bam. And then threw the American flag up on Twitter and went to bed. And they giving no fucks. Woke up the next morning like, what the fuck? Went on Rush Limbaugh talking about we hit them real fucking hard. I told them motherfuckers too, if it killed one more soldier, I was going to fuck them up. I told them too. I was on the phone with him. I said, you got to stop. You got to stop killing the troops. He wouldn't stop. I fucking killed him, took him out, done. I stopped it. Now, if we had a real media in this fucking country, they'd be calling Donald Trump a fucking hero that day. They would have been saying, holy fuck, this guy was killing our soldiers in Iraq, and Trump had enough. This is the stuff, by the way, that they should have been talking about. This is what the Republican Party should have been talking about during that election. And this is why they had COVID, by the way. If you're really wondering why we had to have COVID, is because this is what they were up against. They were up against a guy that really defended our soldiers. Now, this is why I find it fucking hilarious when Junie tries to convince me that Trump was letting Russia put bounties on our troops in Afghanistan. By the way, it's admitted that that's a fake story. Go look it up. It's fake. Bullshit. But at the time, I called it bullshit because it didn't match up with Trump's behavior. How does a guy drone strike one of the top generals, does something that is unprecedented? Remember the media freaking out about it and shit? Like, holy fuck, this is going to escalate into World War III. He's one of the top generals. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing happened. Not a fucking thing happened. That's what they were up against. They were, and so they make up these ridiculous lies. It's like, so the guy's drone striking the general because he's killing soldiers in Iraq. He's willing to do that. He's willing to risk all-out fucking war. Fuck it. They're not going to kill our soldiers. Hell, we're going to hit them back. Which is actually the correct move. That is actually the way you stop war. Because a motherfucker's going to go, damn, this motherfucker ain't playing. This motherfucker's willing to fight. You want to fight? Fuck it. You got to understand, he's already killing our soldiers. It's already happening. So Trump is like, damn, this motherfucker's already killing soldiers. He's done killed tons of them. Fuck it, we're going to kill him. Seems fair. And Iran was like, fine, Iran. You see they backed down? They bombed an empty fucking airfield. Trump was talking about that on the news a couple of months ago. How he told that story, how they hit that airfield. He's like, oh, they called me up. They said, all right, we're gonna launch our missiles, get your people out of there. Because it was just for show. They just had to show their people some bullshit. That's what they do in Iran. They just fucking, if they just lie, you think our media lies, they lie like fucking way more than our media. That's all that's going on in Iran. They just lie. They fire off some missiles, hit an empty fucking desert, and then they show video to their people of missiles flying off, and they say, look, we fucking bombed them. We killed fucking 500 people. Fuck them. And then people over Iran, who knows how they think about it. I don't live there. They probably know it's bullshit. Some of them probably eat it up, though, like Junie. You know there's some Junies over there in Iran. They eat all that shit up. Think about that, Junie. If you was in Iran right now, you'd be defending the Iranian government. If you was from Israel, you be in here defending genocide. You'd be saying, fuck them. I just love this thing liberals do where they got to pretend like Vladimir Putin's a fucking idiot. That somehow acknowledging that he's intelligent is somehow supporting him or something. No, let me explain something to you. Sitting around pretending like Vladimir Putin's a fucking retard just makes you look like a fucking dummy. You look like a fucking kid. I mean, good Lord, dude. You think your idol Barack Obama would fucking describe Vladimir Putin as a fucking idiot based on his meetings with him? You think that's how your idol Barack Obama views these leaders of the world? They're just retards. Hell, you're smarter than them, right? Like, you can be kind of fucked up and evil and be smart. Just because the guy's smart don't mean he's good. And what makes Biden so good? You know, I hear Vladimir Putin's so bad, he kills his political opponents. Hell, you all voted for Hillary Clinton. How many of her political opponents she killed? How many motherfuckers that were going to testify in court against her or her husband ended up dead right before the trial? Just a coincidence, though. Just a coincidence that like 5 motherfuckers died that were going to testify. It's just a coincidence some dude shot himself in the chest twice. And look, it's just a coincidence, man. It's just a coincidence a guy handcuffed himself and shot himself twice. Junie, that guy's just trolling you. Why do you get so butthurt about a guy trolling you? Trying to get y'all bent out of shape. Like, he knows you're going to say that if he says he worships Putin, you're going to believe it. And then you're going to spiral out of control. You're going to think you're talking to a Russian agent or something. So why not play pretend? And it's funny. It's funny that you take it serious. Look, R. Kelly's in here. I don't listen to R. Kelly music anymore. It's just hard to listen to it knowing he probably raped a bunch of children, right? The agenda, about to take a nice nap. Nice morning nap. And then wake up later and probably go to the gym. Too cold to go this morning. Fuck. Freezing out there. Junie, thoughts on the guy in the women's bathroom at Planet Fitness? I mean, you need to comment on this. That you pushed that on this country. You're responsible for it. Now you're seeing how bad it is. It's out of control. Got men in the women's bathroom. Full-on men. I'm not talking about Blair White. I'm not talking about Blair White in the locker room. I'm talking about fucking just full-on man. I mean, this was a dude. He wasn't even trying to look like a chick. He just looked like a guy. And he's in the women's locker room. And women are pulling their phones out, taking pictures of him, posting on social media, going, why the fuck's this guy is? This is fucking crazy. I went to the front desk, told him he was in there. They said, it's fine. He's allowed in there. He's a girl. Now, what I just said, does that sound normal to you? What would you call a guy that thinks he's a girl? Well, what do you call that? I know transgender, but what do you really call that? What does it really sound like to you? It sounds fucking crazy, don't it? This guy thinks he's a girl, so we let him in the women's bathroom. Sounds crazy. But it's happening. It's happening right now. As we speak, there's a man in a women's bathroom somewhere. And it's just so fucking weird. And the same people that support that weird shit, that madness, like to lecture you about religion and shit all the time. It's so fucking weird. Everything has become so weird. Everything used to be quite easy to understand. But now it's also fucking weird. Liberals are weird. Junie, what about defending illegal aliens carrying guns, but wanting to ban the rights of Americans carrying them? I mean, what the fuck? Junior, is somebody you know an illegal? Like, do you have an illegal, you know, like a friend or something, and you just like, fuck. They're not all bad. I mean, shit. Jack at work's all right. I guess his name wouldn't be Jack. It'd be like Hector or something. He's all right. And he's here legally, so, you know, they're not all bad. As if anyone said they're all bad. But there's a lot of bad. Let's say it's 50-50. Even if it was 50-50. 50% of the people come over the border are criminal, bad people, and 50% are good. That's still a big problem. What do you think the percentage is, though? And that begs the question, how many violent, fucked up criminals should we let over the border? How many fucked up individuals should we let into our country? What's the right number? What's the acceptable number before we go, whoa, it's getting out of hand? I'm going to go with 0. I'm looking for 0. I don't know about you. I don't want a bunch of weird motherfuckers. We got enough. We got guys like Parr, who you know are dangerous. Don't let him have a weapon. Because he's one bad day away from just fucking going off. One bad day away from walking into Target. Why is the crime rate going down around the nation? We have such a huge invasion happening. Well, we clearly have an invasion. I don't know if it's an invasion. I don't know what you want to call it. But it's clearly out of hand. It's a serious situation, and it's certainly a dangerous situation. Because we do not know who we're letting over the border. We don't know what's coming over that border. Like, we really should have a secure border. That's just common sense to me. I think anybody arguing otherwise is a fucking lunatic. You're not a serious person. You can't be considered an adult. I mean, you don't want to have a secure border for your country? What the fuck? What are you doing? Just very childish. Because it should just be common sense. Shouldn't even be something that people are arguing about all day. Should we secure the border? Like, we're not even talking about letting people come here legally or anything. We're talking about people crossing in over the border illegally. We should all be against it. I just don't. It's so weird. And like I said yesterday, the thing is, when you have an illegal alien come here and kill somebody, that's a totally preventable death, man. I mean, that person's not even supposed to be in the country. So, of course, it angers people that this guy's in our country killing American citizens. Why the fuck is he even here? And then when you look into these people, some of these people that are criminals in the country they come from, like they're bad people. It's just awful that they were allowed into the country. Totally preventable. Just simply by securing the border and following the current border laws and allowing the Border Patrol to do their job. So that's why people take issue with that. I will say I seen people, what's that Gorka guy? He was selling shirts with one of them women that got killed by the illegal alien. I think that's a little fucking, I wouldn't do it. I like making money, but I'm not going to sell a t-shirt of some dead woman and profit off of her death. It's very, very fucked up, man. I would delete that one. I'd take that shirt down. I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, maybe you mean well, but I don't know. $30 for the shirt. And now maybe the proceeds go to the family. I didn't even think to look at that. Maybe if the proceeds go to the family, I think it's all right. But if it goes to Gorka, if he's taking a cut or something, oh man, that's not good. That ain't good. Junie, go look up that on Gorka's timeline. You'll love that one. That's something you can put in your notebook. Have it put it in the back pocket for a day. Maybe you're arguing if some dude brings up Gorka. You can say, oh yeah, Gorka, he profits off dead women's fucking the pain and suffering of women. Death of a woman. He probably sold t-shirts with her face on it. Made money off of it. Didn't even donate nothing to the families. Fuck them. That's something you can use. I know people like you love having something to use. Hell, me too. We all like having some ammo for the gun. Rogue's always getting the ammo for the gun. You need ammo in the argument as well. But is the crime rate going down? I don't even know. Who knows? Do you trust what these people say? I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. But that doesn't change the fact that we should have a secure border, and it doesn't change the fact that we have like record border crossings right now. It doesn't change the fact that having 30,000 plus young Chinese men come over the border in a couple of months is weird. It's something to discuss. It's something to, at least notice and perhaps investigate. Bit odd, ain't it? Like, what's with this influx of Chinese dudes? Where the fuck are they coming from? And when you know about China and how China's government operates, that these men are being tracked. It's just, you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder. And these aren't old men, like these are young guys. So people are thinking, you put two and two together. But who knows? Maybe these are a bunch of men that just escaped China. I don't know, 30,000 though? Seems odd, especially when you look into like how many Chinese dudes have come across the border over the last like 20 years or something. And you compare that number to the amount that came over in a matter of months. Well, then it's really weird looking. They talk about it on Rogan. They go over all these numbers. Can't remember what it was, but it's definitely a huge difference. Like more Chinese dudes came over that border in the last few months or the first few months of 2023 or something like that than had came over in the last 20 years. Crazy. And you just gotta, like, the fact that someone would point that out and go, I wonder what that's about. And people will go, oh, you're paranoid. No, it's not paranoia to notice things. See, they have mind fucked y'all so much. Like, a motherfucker notices something, they're paranoid. No, bro, you're supposed to notice shit. Like, motherfuckers want us to go through life just being dumb as fuck and acting dumb as fuck. No, it's obvious. It's right in your fucking face. Why wouldn't I notice it? I mean, give me a damn break. Of course, there's a lot I don't know. But all the people that tell me I don't know nothing, I debate them, and I clearly know more than them in the debate. Like, I win the debate. We don't come out of these debates, people going, damn, Smokey got destroyed. It's not happening. So, I mean, I'm all for about being proven wrong, but you're going to have to do that. For me to think I'm wrong, you're going to have to prove me wrong. And I don't know shit, so I ask you all the time, well, explain it to me. What the fuck? What's the issue? And then I point out the inconsistencies in what you're saying. It's not my fault that the argument you're trying to make has all these inconsistencies. And I'm going to point them out. You just got to get over it. Like, I give you all an opportunity to explain it. Like, tell me what I'm missing here. Y'all can't. Y'all start telling me shit, and I'm like, I start picking through it and asking questions, and you don't have answers to these questions. Or your answers are just fucking goofy. And that's your issue. Sad. We talked about Quiet on the Set a little bit last night on the stream when we were playing Rust. Talked about it on Twitter Spaces the other night too. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I don't feel like talking about it again, but fuck. Is there more episodes going to come out of that? Like Nickelodeon was weird. Weird shit. When they squirt that shit on Britney Spears' sister's face. What the fuck? Dan Snyder. Junior, you know Dan Snyder? I mean, the pedophiles are running wild. They've been running wild for many years. Like all those Nickelodeon kids, all those Disney kids and shit. There's a reason they're so fucked up. Because they was getting fiddled with. And some of them was getting full-on raped. Like, some of them probably just got touched a little bit or something. But some of them, like that Drake Bell, they was raping that kid. That one dude had him back at his apartment, raping him. Mama was gone, daddy was gone, the door was locked. He was in the apartment, nowhere to go, trapped with a pedophile. 15 years old, trapped with a pedophile. And these nerds want all the graphic details too. I seen them on Twitter bitching and complaining. And just like those weirdos that wrote the letters, like, what was that one guy that said he must have been seduced or something? This kid must have wanted to fuck him. And he ended up having no choice. The kid just wouldn't stop begging him or whatever. That's what one of them said. One of them wrote a letter to the judge saying this: if this dude actually did this shit, then it's because the kid was just so enticing. He was tempting him. That's the word she used. There must have been temptation. He was tempting. Like, what the fuck? The dude was raping a 15-year-old. He was the kid's boss, and he was raping him. He was bringing him over to his house, raping him. Now, what the fuck? Jesus. How is it acceptable to write a letter to the judge and say, you know, that kid was probably asking for it. Probably sticking his ass out and shit. How the people that wrote these letters weren't investigated as well? I mean, don't that seem like something that should be investigated? Like, it's like, yeah, that kid was probably tempting him and shit. That kid was probably wanting to fuck him. Like, what? And only got 16 months in prison for raping that kid. Like, they showed, like, the indictment and shit. They showed the charges. Like, the guy was charged with, like, raping him in the ass. He was charged with sticking foreign objects in his ass. God knows what that was. See, I don't want to know all the details of this. I don't need Drake Bell to spend 3 hours on Rogan detailing out what he was raped with, what objects and shit. But some of these fucking people are like, no, we need to know. We need to know, like, what? They don't believe him, you see? They don't believe him. For whatever the fucking reason. So they need a little bit more evidence. What the reality is, they want that story so they can jerk off to it. They're sick in the head. And I'm on to them. I'm on to these people. They're not fooling me. They want all the juicy details so they can beat off to Drake Bell's detailing how some dude raped him. Oh, what did he use? What was the object? Don't worry about it, freak. Just know it was it shouldn't have been there. He didn't want it up his ass. He didn't want it. I mean, these pedophiles are fucking insane. Like the story he tells about how the guy got caught by the dude's mother. Like he went over to the house and this pedophile was calling the phone over and over and over and over and over. And the mother was like, this is fucking weird. Like, who calls a 15-year-old boy like this? It's insane. He keeps calling and calling. Talking about I'm going to take him to Disneyland and shit. This dude was going to take him to Disneyland and probably rape him at Disneyland. God knows what sick, sadistic shit would have been done to Drake Bell if he would have went to Disneyland with that motherfucker that day. You know would have been sick. He would have raped him at Disneyland. You know that sick fuck pedophile was thinking about that. Like, oh, I could take him, rape him at Disneyland. Guarantee it. Guarantee he was thinking about that. Sick. Meanwhile, while he's getting raped by this guy, he's on Drake and Josh. I mean, what the fuck? He's doing some TV show, getting raped by one of the guys that works on the show. And they all called Dan Snyder a freak, but this guy was like, no, Dan Snyder, he was the only guy that seemed to give a shit. He'd call me and shit. So they're trying to paint Dan Snyder out to be a freak. But the kid that was raped in the ass by this other freak says that was the only guy that helped him out. He actually called him and helped him. So I don't know what to believe about Dan Snyder. He's clearly fucking weird. There's something going on with him and feet. Somebody had a good point about Dan Snyder, though. They said, you know, he wasn't into little boys. He was into little girls. He didn't want nothing to do with Drake Bell. Because he was a 15-year-old boy. He wants a young girl. Now, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But it's a weird thing to think about, that a pedophile, you know, like in a way, you got to wonder, did he look down on this other pedophile because he, like, rapes boys or something? Like, he's a gay pedophile, you know? Like, this guy's into girls, you know? He's kind of normal, but this dude's... I wonder if, like, pedophiles think that way. Like, he was, you know, disgusted by this. At the same time, though, that he's disgusted by what's happening to Drake Bell, he is doing weird shit with his little... I don't know what all he's done, but it's definitely... He's made a lot of little girls uncomfortable. That's for damn sure. And there's a lot of weird-ass videos of him. And a lot of weird-ass videos of these episodes of these shows that people are pulling up, where there's weird things going on with people's feet. And you saw Jamie Lynn Spears basically got they did a cum shot on her show. I mean, what the fuck? How long have I been live? 124 minutes. It's about over, though. As usual, you're late. He black. I guess Junie ran for the hills. Junie, defend your boy Biden. I don't know why these don't archive. They should. Who knows? About time for a nap anyway. About to sleep like a baby. Your thoughts on sleeping peacefully under the warm blanket. Give your final thoughts on what I just said, and then we're going to wrap it up. Your final thoughts. Final thoughts, thank you. Voxter, can we get your thoughts? Jimmy's done ran for the hills. Defeated again. Stay live, and it's time for bed. Time for a nap. Been live all fucking night. When is enough enough? What is the best airline? I don't fly. Now, I have flew 4 times in my life, but I have no desire to ever fly again, especially with the shit I see in the news today with the fucking Boeing and all this shit. Apparently, they're executing people. It's crazy. So I wouldn't recommend flying these planes right now. It's your life, though. You do what you want, but I'm not. No. I need something. What's the matter with you? Who's calling me? Let's go together. What does that mean? I don't know. The fuck are you talking about? Then what is the one you flew? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Oh, I don't know what it was called back in the day. Who knows? That was back in like 1998 and shit. Feels like a whole another lifetime ago. Flying out to fucking Florida, flying to Vegas. Haven't been back to Vegas. I went back to Florida though. Like a year, 3 years ago. Actually, 3 years ago today, I was in Florida. I seen that on Facebook this morning on the memories. 3 years ago today, I was in Florida. Waking up palm trees and shit. I did see Oppenheimer. It was a great movie. Fantastic performance. I didn't see Oppenheimer with no girl. Did I? Huh? I definitely saw Oppenheimer in the theater, but I thought I saw it by myself. I don't have no money to gamble. Oh, yeah, I went to Florida with that one chick. That means Marshall is 3 years old. It's right around his birthday because I got him when we went to Florida. He was a little puppy. That's when I got him. Three years old. Your thoughts on that? No, I never got to see Violent Night. I think it's on Netflix. I don't know. The last movie I saw was shit, I can't even remember. In theaters? The last movie I watched at home was that movie Thanksgiving. That was a good movie. Thanksgiving. I don't know the last one in theaters though. Probably a kids movie that I took my kids to. Like fucking Paw Patrol or some shit. Hasn't really been any movies that have come out worth going to see. I feel like there was a movie a couple months ago we all went and saw though, but I can't remember. Imagine losing 15K. If you got money like that, hell, send me 20 of it. Tell him to send me 20. He's wanting to lose money, to send 20 of it to me, to pretend he gambled on it. Just call it a $20 loss. He's used to losing. I mean, what the fuck are y'all doing? People going crazy. People got insane bets. 15 grand. The fuck? No thanks. Man, I'm gonna go see that Deadpool movie at the theater. That's a day one. I'll be there day one. God willing. I'll be there. Other than that, what other movies coming out? Nothing. Like literally nothing. Like the movies and TV shows just ain't cutting it. What about that Fallout TV show? I seen a clip of that. I don't know. I don't know. I'll wait for the review, see what people say. What the fuck? That Rust base, I don't know. It was up before I left. I didn't get back on when I come home. I'll get on later and check it. I'll probably be rated. Who cares? I mean, what are you gonna fucking do? Cry about it? At the end of the day, who gives a shit? Hell, maybe I'll log in and it'll be wiped today. Rogue was talking about it's gonna wipe today. Maybe he's right. We'll see. I think it wipes next Thursday, but who can really say? I don't fucking know. Anyway, I'm getting off here. Thank you. God bless.